Severe shortages of food and medicine raised concerns here in Cuba about a new periodo especial. The so-called special period was an economic depression in Cuba after the collapse in the 1990s of its Cold War patron, the Soviet Union. Cuba's economy shrank by more than a third. A combination of tightened U.S. sanctions and a cut in Venezuelan aid and falling revenues from exports and tourism have Cubans recalling times that were anything but special. The country is still a long way from those bad old days. To ensure it stays that way, the Cuban government has announced a pay hike for around a quarter of the working population, most of them state employees.
We are doing all this to prevent the country from returning to a situation of a special period, because we are convinced that we have more potential now than we did then.
The broad package of market reforms to stimulate the economy, including the creation of financial services companies and a cryptocurrency. Cuban economists say that the country still has untapped potential for growth.
There are things we could produce locally, but unfortunately we import them. We could also export other goods we produce here. So we should do both things, which would be very good and would reinforce the country's capacities.
Nearly 1.5 million public sector workers will benefit.
Some people do not get enough money, but in general, we have all had a salary increase, which encourages us to do our job better.
I think this is very favorable because people can now count on more money to meet their expenses. It also helps stop the migration of state workers to other sectors that offer better pay.
Morales says the move is long overdue.
This is the sector that must benefit first, so that these workers get more money and with it higher purchasing power at the local market.
Median wages for public sector employees will climb to more than $40 from around $25, an increase of nearly 80%. A general salary reform is also on the government's plan, which includes the unification of two currencies circulating in the country, plus a new policy of prices and subsidies. Chirino, CGTN, Havana.